Hello YouTube. So we're back at the dresser build, and what we're going to go over today is some of the inputs I got from you guys last time for the dresser. We're going to touch up some of the shelves and the sides down to their final lengths, and we're going to go over some edge banding adjustments that you guys had some inputs on that I think were really cool. So with that said, let's get to it. So down here, as you can see, the side piece is a little bit wider than the dresser bottom piece, and it's the same amount on the top. So regardless, we're going to have to rip all those pieces, the sides, the dividers, and the shelves down to the top and bottom width. The other thing is, if I zoom up here, is this is the last piece of edge banding I have that's the same as the top. And I agreed with everyone that for the top piece, we're definitely going to put another piece of edge banding going all around. The only problem is it doesn't fit all the way to the top. So this is where I think you guys had a good point, is I should put a back on, so a backing piece of 1/4 inch plywood to close up these drawers, and it'll increase the aesthetics. But also what I could do is I could come in on the back side of just the side pieces, not all the pieces, just the two side pieces, with a piece of additional edge banding. And what I would do is I'd come up the back side and it would just butt against this piece here, kind of like an alignment pin. All right, now what's cool about this design is that down on the bottom, so if I go back down, so let's go back down, this piece of mahogany can be extended all the way down to match with the bottom of the dresser. So it completes the entire side edge banding as one piece. And what's really cool about that is I can make this edge banding thin, so I have a lip for my my dresser backing to be attached to, but also make it look like there is no back material. So when this is butted against the wall, you won't be able to see the actual backing material itself. And again, as I said, we only need to do just the two side pieces, because the rest of them will be covered in the back with a 1/4 inch piece of plywood. So what we need to do today is we need to find out exactly what that length, that width is for all these pieces, and ensure that when we rip them all to the same width exactly. Then we're going to have to cut our edge banding to fit on half of the side pieces, so that I can put a backing piece on that edge. And then we also need to glue on the top edge banding, going the full length of the top piece. So with that said, let's get to it. So what I did real quick is I used the bandsaw to cut free all of my aligning pins. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through all of them, make sure they're the same diameter, so that when I start to cut them down to their smaller sizes, I don't have the wrong shape going into the hole, so I don't actually split open my project. So I'm going to take a pair of calipers or a combination square and just double check those measurements. I have trued up all the parts to the same width, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put that rear piece of edge banding on now. I'm going to glue it up, and then we'll cut it to size later. So I got the rear edge banding glued on to the top, and what I did was I ran out of film space on the SIM card. So what I did was I had cut the edge trim for the back sides of my side pieces to 1/4 inch, just to give me enough overlap that I could nail a backing piece to the sides of this dresser if I needed to. So next time what's going to happen is we're going to glue this edge banding on the back side of the dresser, and then we're going to start looking into pocket holing and the aligning pins. So with that said, I hope everyone's staying safe. I hope everyone has a great Memorial Day weekend, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. Bye.